all my wants and needs. I got the sunshine, rivers and trees. Release, wait, hey.
When me see Jah, me see a way. Drastically straight from hypocrisy, I say.
Good evening to one and all. This is the effects of COVID-19 on the family, the blueprint. Welcome. So we are taking this moment to share the light and invite everyone to join us in a very much healthy discussion this afternoon, because the topic for today is physical health. So share up, join in, tune in, share your experiences. Yeah.
Provide all my wants and needs. I got the sunshine, rivers and trees. Release, yeah.
When the rain pits up at on the roof, herb just a steam pepper pot on the stew. Like it's a dream if you got gratitude. So go tell the regime them can't stop what we do now. Information you think on your own, or else you're a slave to the things that you know. What do you know if you learn every day? So be careful of things where you say.
Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I just go where the trade wind blows, sending love to my friends and foes. And I suppose I'm pleased to be chilling in the West Indies. I provide all my wants and needs. I got the sunshine, rivers and trees. Release.
Africa in our soul, but Jah in our heart. It is of importance for I and I gather. If we cannot show now a balance that we had, how do we propose then to carry it abroad? Cannot go to Ethiopia and you not have a plan. The building of a nation and a helper on. Every one a lover, one a man is just a man. It shall be a coronation when we land.
Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I just go where the trade wind blows.
Yeah, man.
Sending love to my friends and foes. And I suppose I'm pleased to be chilling in the West Indies. I provide all my wants and needs. I got the sunshine, rivers and trees. Release, well.
And I say we just
Who knows? Who knows?
yeah, man.
Who knows, babe?
We just move with Jah every time.
I'm pleased
And give
to
thanks,
be
you know.
chilling in the West Indies.
You see that smile on
I
me.
provide all my wants and my needs, oh dream. Oh well.
My baby Jojo, Jojo, my baby Jojo, my baby Jojo, Jojo. One time, Diddy goes for the two person we want to.
DJ Bolt in the building.
Another one to try lose you, try him no fun me well. I know if you tire for your matter like say I know do. Suddenly man I calm down, man down for only you, yeah. Many man they try to whine you. I don't really mind, they just they whiny. Many guys they try to whine me. Baby no go whine them, just be whiny.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to the effects of COVID 19 on the family, the blueprint. Yes, good evening. Welcome, one and all.
Good evening,
Welcome.
everyone.
Good evening, Farina. A little rest out. Good afternoon, Shamika, Jinx.
Good
A little rest.
afternoon.
All looking fresh like me. How are looking fresh too?
I don't know.
Good evening, Shamika, and welcome.
Good evening. So you want to welcome everyone who's live, watching us live on Basic and Conventional Raw Nutrition and Radio Irie TT. So we want to welcome you all to the effects of COVID-19 on the family, the blueprint. And this evening's topic is physical health. Yes, so we're going to get into it and discuss, what is physical health, how our physical health has been affected as a result of the pandemic, and what it is we can do to optimize our physical health during this time and going forward. Yes, so I hope that everyone will be able to join in this evening and chip in on their experiences during this time as it relates to physical health. Yes, so we did mental health, and we know that both of them, they is not one or the other. They both are very important, both physical and mental health, and we know that each one affects the other. So we're really going to discuss the importance and the benefits of physical health as well this evening. Yeah? Yes. So we just want to welcome everyone this evening. Welcome. So let's start. So Verena, what does physical health mean to you?
Well, it means being physically healthy then. When you exercise and you eat properly, your physical well-being is taken care of. Right? So you'll have good, clean, healthy skin, nice growing hair, your teeth in order, your body odor, you're smelling good, you're looking good, you're feeling good. All that composes physical health.
Yes. Yes. So, physical health is the functioning of all, the normal processes. So it's the normal functioning of all our bodily processes, right? So it means that we will be able to not only function, just by walking, but we'll have optimized strength. We'll have a very good cardiovascular system. And of course, eating healthy is also very important when it comes to physical health. Sometimes, a lot of times we forget about the nutritional part, right? But nutrition plays a very important part in addition to the activity. Yes, and we know that when it comes to physical health, each person is different. As we say each and every day, everyone is different, right? There's no one paintbrush for everybody. So some persons may function better doing different physical activity, or some persons may function with less activity, but they can't be able to, have fasting during the day, intermittent fasting. Some people function very, very well with that. Right? So when you're talking about physical health is when it is able to have normal functional in all its components.
Right.
Yes? So that is
Yeah.
physical health. Now there are also markers to determine whether it is you are physically healthy, right? It's not just one thing. There are many components to know if it is you are really optimizing physical fitness. It's not just about being able to walk a mile and a half, as the saying goes. Yes. So it's more than that. Because if it is you're not physically healthy, you would not be able to perform your daily activities at a 100%, not even 80%. So you want to be physically healthy in order to do this, right? And we know with COVID, right, some persons in terms of their physical activity, their eating habits would have definitely changed due to stress, due to loss of job, due to, so many different things, worry, anxiety. Some persons would have feared just going outside and they don't believe that they could exercise inside. Some people believe exercise is for outdoors or you need to
Yeah.
go somewhere to exercise. Yes, it
Mm-hmm.
have a lot of people who believe in that. Yes, you can exercise inside, right? And we know with the restrictions, with curfew, all these things would have affected persons. Some persons, like some of the nurses, we know that their shifts, some of them have to work extra hours, so that would have definitely affected maybe the time and that they will normally do a little workout and engage in some physical activity,
True.
right? So people, we can maybe go to a little break, might play some music, and when we come back, we're going to discuss the different components of physical health.
So once again, you're listening to the effects of COVID-19 in the family. The blueprint with Shamika James.
Situation I found myself in seems there's nothing I can do to prove to the old me brethren them that me and Stacy we're just cool. Can't understand how we fight so yet I swear there's nothing going on. To them none who said this girl's been always there to help me when I'm down. Worse when they see us holding hands and laughing together. Probably thinking we're making plans to run off together. Can't see we're just friends. They say I'm burning my lady. Some criticize and say me have me cake and I eat it. Oh, they can't see we're just friends. They say I'm secretly loving you. Oh no. Them say we could have never live so. I nothing like
Well, every time when I talk to a woman out there,
everybody claims and me there we are.
and if I open a door and pull out a chair,
Everybody claims and me there we are.
and when me cousin and me auntie come check me from there,
Everybody claims and me there we are.
say more time the comments them so unfair.
Everybody claims and me there we are.
We overstand it, chatty a bit. We'll never see relationship platonic. Never go beyond it, always step on it. Waiting for the first opportunity to grab it. Them love to say it, me no okay it. Tell them to research and them still don't obey it. Over the years I've had it, lap a mouth grab it. More time them make all.
Good afternoon, Candy Barbara.
We're just friends.
Yeah, good afternoon, Candy.
My lady, some criticize and
Yes, so all those who are now tuning in,
My
yes,
baby Jojo, Jojo, my baby Jojo, my baby Jojo, Jojo. One time, Diddy goes over the two person we want to.
DJ Bolt in the building.
Another one to try lose you, try him no one well. I know if you tire for your what I like, say I know do. Suddenly man I calm down, man down for only you, yeah. Many man they try to whine you. I don't really mind, they just they whiny. Many guys they try to whine me. Baby no go whine them, just be whiny.
yes. So all those who are now tuning in, it is the effects of COVID-19 on the family, the blueprint. And this afternoon we are speaking about physical health. Yes, so physical health is the functioning of bodily systems at all levels. So we want to optimize our physical health. We want to have great health, great physical health. Yes, so we're going to get into the different components of the physical health. Now, when it is you're physically healthy, right? Your body itself will function as it's supposed to. It will digest the food that you are eating as it's supposed to. The normal, people take going to the washroom for granted. That is very, very important. Good afternoon. My mom is on the live. Yes, so she's saying good evening to one and all. Hope everyone is well. Yes, we are alive. We are alive. You see, once you're alive, where there's life, there's hope. Yes. And
Yes. Yeah.
sometimes persons take going to the washroom as, they take it for granted, right?
Mm-hmm.
And physical health means that your body, all the bodily processes, all the biological processes that take place, digestion of food, um, even your memory. So all these things, memory, movement, being able to breathe. Some persons, if it is they are not healthy and they walk from point A to point B, they are breathless. Some persons are unable to walk up a flight of stairs. Some persons, if it is they walk there, if it is they sit for too long, your ankles or knees swollen. So we're looking at the full body, joints.
Mm-hmm.
You want that everything is working as it's supposed to. Yeah, that's what we
Yeah.
want. So once it is a ballet, using the washroom regularly, as I said, people take that like really for granted. You don't want to be constipated and you don't want to have a diarrhea all the time. Now, some of these things, and that's where the mental health also comes in, as well as the physical activity, that's where it comes in hand. Because sometimes when persons are under stress, right, they either become constipated or they have diarrhea, right? So the gut health is not working as it's supposed to, right? And we want to have good gut health, right? They don't want to be having upset stomach all the time, right? So that's why physical health is so important. Now, when it is you are not physically healthy, another thing is being able to do your daily activities to the best of your ability. If it is you're not physically healthy, because one, it lacks sleep. Some people take sleep as well for granted. You will feel when it's time to actually do the work, do the job, you're sleeping on the job.
You're
If it is
unable to
a
function.
child, you're unable to function. If it's a child, they may not be able to focus in class because they are not at good physical health. And for anyone that's now joining in, it's not just about the physical activity, it's also about the nutrition as well. So we cannot leave out what it is you eat. Eating healthy is very, very important. Now, I want to throw out a question to all the people on the live, right? Since it is COVID started and so many of you us has been home for various reasons, rotation, work from home. Have you started eating more? That is my question. Did you start eating and drinking more when it is you are home? So Verena, has your eating habits changed since you
Well,
have been at home?
yes, my eating habits have changed, and that is coming about from having more time now to cook
Mm-hmm.
meals, right? So whereas
Right.
sometimes it would have been like a sandwich and they go to school with that and I go to work with that and then we come home and have something simple. Now I could cook anything I feel like any day.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry's Jerry's
Right.
interested with the camera. Right? So
I
I will cook
realize that.
anything. Aloo pies,
Yes, yes.
palori, this, that, a lot of fried foods and stuff and
Mm-hmm.
that could be
Yes.
contributing.
So I
Also,
have a
well,
question. What oil do you use when it is you're frying your aloo pie and a pulori?
vegetable oil,
Right. So
the
that's
regular
another thing we
soybean
take.
oil.
We take even that too. We take for granted. Good afternoon, Miss
Mm-hmm.
Olufemi. So Miss Olufemi, we remember last week I say when COVID started, they cook all kind of things. Have you ever did your eating habits change? She say yes, home doing nothing and all to do is sleep and watch TV and
Watch
eat.
TV, all right. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So when it is a sleep, eat, watch TV, that means you ain't hear nothing about physical
But
activity there,
physical.
right?
Mm-mm.
Right? And
Mm-mm.
when it is a eating, right? Good evening, Keisha. Right? She said, good evening. No, I'm serious about losing weight. So Keisha had her goals and she is serious about losing weight. Good evening, Candace. Candace is from Tobago. So Welcome Tobago in the house.
Tobago in the house.
Yes. Yes. So we see Candy Barbara saying, yes, my eating habits change. So Candy, did it change for better or for worse? So, sometimes you make positive changes and sometimes you make changes that is not good for our physical well-being, our physical health, right? So we hear Verena talking about the aloo pie, the pylori, and maybe everything else that she make is a dessert or something to snack on. Yes?
Yeah.
Yes,
But
and on
not
top
only
of
that
that,
too, like I've been in two situations. One where I was working and I could have cooked and we thing, but now that we're not working, right, we have to lessen down on the amount of things that we cook. And now it's like 2 meals for the day rather than having 3 meals for the day, So, and that could also negatively impact your physical health too, because you may not be getting sufficient nutrition in that diet with just two
no,
meals for the day.
no, let me plug in there on that. Let me put a little pin. Yes? So
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't matter, let's say, how many times you eat for the day. It's what you
Mm-hmm.
eat when you do eat, right? And sometimes
Uh-huh.
we say we may eat 3 times for the day when it is we really ate 6 times for the day. We only check, we say, okay, we ate breakfast, we had lunch, and we have dinner, but we didn't check the snacks in between.
In
And that is
between.
also, yes, and that is also eating people. So people don't think that they just get up and make breakfast. They had whatever it is they had for breakfast, and then lunchtime, and they forget to check the in between. We need to check the in between. Sometimes the in between is what puts us in a lot of problems, right? So we have to be very, very mindful of our eating habits. If it is to realize, okay, I am really eating more, what can I do? Have some food, have food that is nutrient dense. Right. So we have Candy Barbara. It varied depending on the day, but I have been conscious about the snacking and water intake. Yes, so drinking, everybody is different. So some persons may drink more water than others, right? Sometimes, they may say drink this amount of water, but sometimes that person may not need that amount of water for their body to function as it is supposed to. Yes? So people, all those who are now looking on, it is the effects of COVID-19 on the family, the blueprint, and we are talking about physical health. We'll go to a break and come back and we will continue the discussion.
The world today is upside down. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. But you all see today and not tomorrow. Come over here and I'll set you free. Because I'm solid as a rock. Oh, solid as a rock. Yeah, solid as a rock. Won't you cling to me? Oh, Lord. Yeah, solid as a rock. Oh, solid as a rock. Yeah, solid as a rock. Won't you cling to me? Oh, yeah. You should stumble along your pathway.
Top up with Burn Team anywhere and anytime for both digital and B-Mobile. Top up yourself, a family member or friend using online banking in the comfort of your home. Just click on our WhatsApp button and say the word. For more info, visit our Facebook page. Top up with Burn Team where it's safe, easy and convenient.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, we are back.
So
we
are
back.
inside.
Yep.
So Mike, did your eating habits change?
Yeah, a little. I'm one of those healthy type of guys, so I tend to look at my health. So yes, it has changed. It has.
Okay, so did
Started
you
eating a
start
little more
eating?
healthier.
Okay, yes. So I was about to, touch on that. With COVID-19, some persons would have changed their eating habits for the better because they know that with COVID-19 is that you need to be really healthy in order to fight this virus, right? In order to survive. And when it is you are physically healthy, you are able to adapt to changes in the environment. And if it is unable to adapt to the various changes, right? You really, really need to change. You need to adapt to the situation, and we needed to adapt to the situation of COVID-19, right? How did we adapt? Were we able to adapt positively, or did we follow the train? Yeah. So it is very important that we have that physical health. Yes. So for those of you all who are now joining on, we are talking about physical health, the effects of COVID-19 on the family. Yes, physical health. So we must be able to maintain physical health. We must be able to optimize it. Some persons would have changed for the better. Some persons gain a lot of weight during this time because there's a lot of snacking, a lot of eating, and when it is they do eat, it is a lot. So even though you may
And
have,
no physical activity.
no physical activity, because you're thinking that, what, I cannot go outside, I have to wear a mask. That is very, very challenging. Some people don't like to exercise with masks. That is me. I am one of those persons that do not like to exercise with a mask on. Yes. So even though you get the opportunity to go out there, it is very, very hard. Yeah. So Verena, did you think that you started engaging in more activity, or you would have had less? You were less physically active.
I was less physically active. Let's say at the beginning, when the lockdown wasn't as bad and we could have still gone to the savannah and so on, I would still go and do a little walk and stuff. But now, in this second lockdown here, I am way less physically active than I ever was before.
Right. So, and physical activity is very, very important because, and people take that as well for granted. No, I young still, I don't need to exercise. Or some people like, what you exercising for? People do not take that chain up. That is a chain up. Do not let anybody ask you. Or they could ask, but do not let anybody make you feel that you do not need to engage in physical activity. Right?
Listen, but you're so small. You're so small. What are you exercising for?
Yes. So we see, Mrs. James, I cut out simple things like sugar, white flour, and dairy. It has helped with both health and budget. I have experimented on the rolled oats and came up with a lot of recipes. Also, other healthy food. Exercising at least 5 days and 1 day for stretches. So that is almost whole week, right? So we see some persons making that change because they know that they have to be healthy. Some persons, so you all know that we do dietary coaching at Basic and Conventional Raw Nutrition, and we have a client during the COVID, and she's doing really, really well, right? So Candy Barbara, going to the comment section, she's saying people love to tell me that when they see me exercising. So they ask her what it is she's exercising for. Right? So exercise is not for just persons wanting to lose weight. It is for everybody. Young, middle age, everybody, all age groups. Right? So Mrs. James said she does a combination of exercises and make it fun. So as we're talking about exercise, physical activity, plug in. We have tomorrow morning, Sunday morning workout, what we call Sweaty Sunday, and we have a nice fun exercise in the morning. Now, next week, people, we know that this week here coming, we are able to resume exercising outdoors. So, you can never tell what could happen, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
having all these adaptations that need to take place, our body needs to be physically healthy in order to do such. Yeah? So,
Mm-hmm.
physical health, for those who are now joining in, it is your body being able to function normal at all levels, right? You want that you are able to have your biological processes working as it should. So things as simple as going to the washroom on a regular basis is very, very important. So we are going to go to a quick break and we will be right back.
So we back. Yeah, we back. Shamika, you there?
Yes, I am.
Yes, Shamika.
Yes, I'm right here.
So we back. Shamika, where you?
Yes, 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 yes. So we are on the inside.
Yeah.
So this evening, for those who are now joining on, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's the effects of COVID-19 on the family, the blueprint, and this evening's discussion is physical health. And physical health is very important, just as mental health is. And our physical health and our physical activities do affect our mental health. Yes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
So it really, really, really does. Yeah, so for those who are now joining, we know that physical health is when you're able to optimize, your normal body functions at all levels. It is working really, really well. Yeah. And,
Mm-hmm.
things that we want our biological processes to be functioning. We want to be able to walk and not be out of breath. Yeah. You want to be able to carry your groceries, a bag here, a bag there, next bag in a hand, right? Some be taking all the strength for granted. Strength is also an indicator that you are physically healthy. Being able to breathe
Mm-hmm.
properly is very important. You just don't want to walk 1 foot or 5 feet. That only steps to making a 5 feet step and steps. And when it says you walk from right there to right there, you're breathless on it. They spoke about persons who have comorbidities persons with diabetes, high blood pressure, right? Persons, who have cancer, all these things. If they are in the at-risk group, they are much more vulnerable, right? So we want to try our best to be as healthy as we can so that we can survive. And physical activity and our diet plays a very important role in maintaining our physical health, in improving our physical health. Yes, that's what we want. I don't think anybody want to die young or die because of an illness that they inflicted upon themselves. We get ourselves sick, people don't realize that sometimes it's not what is in the atmosphere, it's what we put into our bodies, right? That um makes us sick, right? So Mrs. James is saying, don't underestimate women. They could tote load. Yes. And we have Miss Bartholomew. I would say Miss Bartholomew. I have found yoga to be my most peaceful and energetic aid to physical health. Yes, so physical health, you see yoga, some that helps with the breathing. Some persons use that to, really meditate and be in a state that is very, very much relaxing, that they're able to think, release their stress, and they're able to move on. When people take yoga for granted as well and think, oh God, that's nothing. You see, when you have to go into those poses and stretches, that requires strength as well. It requires flexibility. So flexibility is also something that will determine how healthy you are. You may not be as flexible as some people, right? But some level of flexibility. You don't want that when it is, you're walking, you slip and you fall and you have brittle bones. So you want to be able to have muscle. Muscle is important. So when we're talking about physical activity and diet, you want that with the physical activity, you have a higher intake of protein. Protein is very important. People do not forget your protein. Some people is rice, peas is not enough protein, right? Have some chicken. Yes, we know some persons are vegans, some persons are vegetarians, but please try to have enough protein as possible. And you also want to have muscle stimulation so you could, if it is they don't have weights at home, some persons they don't have weight and they're wondering what they can do. There's something called body weight. You use your own body weight to help with some of the muscle growth. You want to be able to stimulate that muscle growth, right? So you want to incorporate everything or different exercises that will be beneficial in many different ways. So simple walking. If it have spaces in a yard, a little spot in a yard, walk around the yard. If you don't have a whole yard to walk around, walk up. If you have stairs, walk up and down the stairs. Right? Sometimes it may seem a bit redundant, it may seem boring, but whatever little physical activity you can do, it is very, very much important. Yeah, very, very important. And look for something that you also enjoy, right? Because you want to be happy doing it. And physical activity, even eating certain foods, right? Healthy foods that is sometimes fat for some people. So you eat a zaboka. That lets you feel happy. So anybody here on the life who likes a good zaboka? Yes.
What? I
Yes,
love Zaboka. I
zaboka.
love Zaboka too, man.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
But
right?
what about some people think that okay, you have to set aside 15 minutes for exercise in a day, but you could probably tie it into some of your other activities. Like if
Yes,
you're
you
washing
can.
clothes, that time you're outside, you're washing clothes and you're hanging it on the line. You could add some exercise to your routine when you're washing your clothes. So it's not like you have to actually get 30 minutes out of your day and your day is so busy. You could
Yes,
set it
yes.
together with an next activity.
Right, so you see, Mrs. James, I can't pronounce the surname of that person, but it have some things called walk at home online. Some persons go on YouTube and they do the exercises, those indoor exercise, walk indoor with some trainers. Yes.
Okay.
So um we as we said, as Verena was just saying, yes, you could incorporate into your activities physical exercise. So when it is maybe you have a load of clothes washing, while that load is washing, you decide you might do some squats, some jumping jack. You might decide to take a walk from one spot to the other spot, and then so you're not looking to set aside time, right? You're not looking for a specific, because sometimes every day is not the same as every other day. Some days you may be very tired and you may not be able to exercise, right? You may find it hard to get off your bed. So we'll go to a quick break and we will be right back. So it's the effects of COVID-19 on the family, the blueprint, and today's discussion is physical health. So all of you who are now joining in, we are going to a quick break. We will be right back to discuss more on physical health.
Somebody getting wet down tomorrow. It's physical health in the morning.
Yes, it is.
Oh, I'm so city.
I got SPM, baby. I got SPM, no. I fais petit temps, baby. I got SPM, no. I got SPM, baby. I got SPM, no. Wap got SPM, tandis. I got SPM, no. C'est genre de femme, remè l'argent bon tout là. Toujours à checker, n'est qu'à travail dans l'état. Dans y'aurait mes pouvoirs, dans y'aurait mes ça. Quatre roues motrices, vite des services de l'état. Adia, pas exigeant passé, yo pas souviré, depuis yo paraît prado. Dommage, ça yo peut laisser bouillir de l'eau. Si c'est pour manger, ou mettre check up mon resto. I got SPM, baby. I got SPM, no. I fais petit temps, baby. I got SPM.
你個半尖，你個咖喱個真慢嘅。
I got SPM, no. Give me now. Give me now.
Yes.
Chérie, faut entendre. Let me tell you. L'aime fait la jambe, moi fait lundi. De 7 à 19h, son jour.
So we back? We back?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, man.
So
Nice
to all the listeners on Basic and Conventional Raw Nutrition and Radio Irie TT, welcome, welcome. And we are discussing physical health. So we were saying that, there are different exercises that will help persons in so many different ways, right? With yoga, you're going to get meditation, relaxation, you're able to stretch and relax. Right, it helps with your breathing as well, breathing technique. You see, breathing is important. Yes? And then we have exercises that will help with your cardiovascular system. So if you want that thing that really works in a cardiovascular system, you can join us tomorrow morning for a free session of aerobics online at 7 a.m. And during the week, right, we also have online sessions in the morning at 4:30 a.m. to 5:30 a.m. Yes, so we have that, we have exercises, we have programs to help improve your physical health. Yes, that's at Basic and Conventional Raw Nutrition. So for those of you who are interested in it, you could always check us out after. You want some dietary coaching, you need some guidance, check us out at Basic and Conventional Raw Nutrition. So, why is physical health, physical activity, eating healthy is important? right? So we were talking about being happy, mentally well. Yes, and physical activity and eating a healthy, having a healthy diet helps with your mood. It affects your mood. You won't feel angry. You feel so you have this joyful, happy spirit. You are
Sometimes
energetic as well.
when
What's
you
that?
eat the wrong food, sometimes when you eat the wrong food, you're feeling sluggish or you eat too much. You feel
Yes,
sluggish
Yeah,
and
that's true.
I can't do
exactly.
nothing.
Yeah, that's
You
so
know,
true.
you're
Yeah,
a lot of funny chair, lazy, and you
yeah,
can't function
Yes.
yeah.
because you
Mm-hmm.
overeat.
That is so
Exactly.
true. So
So you
true.
don't want to be overeating, and when you finish, you just want to sleep. So the
Hmm.
eat, sleep, watch TV. Yeah, that is
Routine.
our known. Yes, yes, yes. Now here are people, we don't want to forget the youths, right? And we have even for the youths on a Friday, a youth soccer party. So they too will be engaged in physical activities because we know now everything is a tablet, play or a video game.
Every
They
minute.
just
I
sit
want my
in.
tablet.
Yes, no
Yeah,
physical activity. All they working at it is the fingers, right? We
yeah,
want our children to be engaged in physical activity as well,
yeah.
right? And when it is a crying down the place for snack, no, you don't have to give them the snack, They could
No,
get a healthy
you
snack.
eat
If it is
it.
a right
Exactly.
healthy snacks. So some people like to snack, but it's what it is they're snacking on. Have a
A
fruit,
carrot. Slice up a
right?
carrot or some watermelon.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. And when it is you are now, some people say, well, I don't know how it is to exercise. I have the children to see about. No, get the children involved in exercise
In the
as well,
exercise. Mm-hmm.
right? When it is we were going to school and they playing catch and rescue, you know how much running it is you doing?
what?
Hmm.
Right? So sometimes,
What?
even the games, we spoke about what are some of the things that we could do to, have our children involved. So everybody participating, no one is being left out. And there are
Yeah,
games that you can play that will have physical activity in it.
yeah,
Where you're able to run up and down, play a little cricket, play a little football if you have yard space, right?
Mm-hmm.
Play piggy in the middle. Have you ever been the piggy in the middle where you have to be jumping and trying to catch that ball? All of that,
Oh
yeah,
my
I mean,
gosh.
sometimes it's
piggy
the
in the middle.
simplest. Yes. When one put the next one throwing the ball back and forth and the person in the middle jumping.
Yeah,
Those are the things that we would have done when we were younger, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it would have had us active. We weren't
yeah,
sitting down.
Very active.
It made
For hours.
yes, we are very, very much active. They playing different games that hopscotch, you have to hop. Hopefully you
Mm-hmm.
make sure you throw the whatever you're using in the box and you're able to go through the whole thing. But simple things will allow you to be engaged in the activity, right? And then when
Yeah.
they're doing these activities, they go outside, they get the vitamin D from the sun, right? Vitamin
Mm-hmm.
D is also important. Let's not forget the sunlight. It is very, very important. Yeah. And
Yeah, and
when it
we have
is
to
even
consider
the
the
elderly, don't forget the elderly. Even though you may not be
mm-hmm.
able to, you can't walk. Now, I see people exercising it, even though they say it had no outdoor exercise. I see people exercising. So I
yeah. Me
have my
too.
sister on the
Yeah.
live, Latifa. She said popcorn is a healthy snack. That's a snack.
I
Popcorn,
live.
yes, I
I
agree.
live. I literally live on popcorn. Live on popcorn. Love popcorn.
Yes,
Yeah, love
popcorn,
popcorn.
right?
Popcorn.
Popcorn is nice. Now it has some people when they do popcorn, the caramel popcorn and all kind
Nah,
of different thing and
Or
it add up to
butter.
it, eh?
nah, nah.
I just
Yes,
add
so
butter in
red
mine.
butter. Hi,
No way.
Chizan. So we have England in the house. So Chizan is locked on. Right. So Chizan, did your eating habits change? So we know that you had the baby recently. But during that period, did you eat more? But we know Chizan is really looking like she had a baby, eh? But
No, oh my
even for
goodness.
pregnant women, physically you can do a little walk. Nobody in our time,
Mm-hmm.
some person they may have complications and they may say do light activity. Yes, right? So everybody should be engaged in activity. It does not matter the age. It does not matter. So we have Candy Barbara saying that she loves popcorn. I wonder if there's anyone out there that does eat popcorn
Yes, my
because
Candy
husband
only
don't
say
like
that
popcorn at
she only
all.
say that because she hear me say I love popcorn. That is why she
So as
say
much
that.
as I just make
Yeah,
popcorn, he never eats it. He
yeah.
never eats
Candy
it.
only say that
really,
because she hear me
okay,
say you love
okay.
Mm-hmm.
popcorn.
Yeah,
It
I've
depends on
And he don't
never.
the
like
corn
boiled
you eat.
corn either.
Is it? What?
I
You are
love
no
my
teeth?
boiled corn.
Well, me are no teeth. Huh? That means you must be no teeth. That's right.
Nah, he
Oh
just don't like
gosh.
it.
Yeah. I'm
Okay,
saying.
okay, okay. Right, so physical activity, people, is very important. It helps with your
Yep.
cardiovascular system.
Yep.
It lowers your risk of getting lifestyle diseases. So
Oh,
we
you know,
want to be
a
healthy.
point I wanted to bring across as you say that. We have to think about the long-term effects on the children when we allow them to only be on their devices or be inside and not get that physical activity in. There are lots of long-term effects that would
Yes,
happen. Hmm.
yes, and as we
Because of that.
know, good evening, Taro. Good evening. So Taro is on the inside, right? So even with that, right? So we'll go to a little quick short break, and we will come back and we'll talk about the long-term effects if it is we are not optimizing our health. Yes, so play some music,
Mm.
Mike. We will come back in and continue the discussion.
So you're locked on to the effects of COVID-19 in the family, the effects. And we're dealing with health issues this evening. Fair, good, great physical health. That's what we're discussing, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm touching the ceiling. When I'm with you, I can't breathe. Boy, you do something to me. Ooh, I'll never get over you until I find something new that get me high like you do. Yeah.
You're locked on to Radio IRTT, the family and international online radio station.
That get me high like you do. Listen to my heart go bottom, boot up, biggie da do, boot up, and my heart go bottom, boot up, biggie da do. It just won't stop, it go bottom, boot up, biggie da do, boot up, and my heart go bottom.
Top up with Burn Team anywhere and anytime for both digital and Be Mobile. Top up yourself, a family member or friend using online banking in the comfort of your home. Just click on our WhatsApp button and say the word. For more info, visit our Facebook page. Top up with Burn Team where it's safe, easy and convenient.
So we back. We back. Boot up.
Yes.
Let's boot it up. Boot
So,
it up.
yes. So it's physical health. That's the topic this evening, physical health. So Verena, just was, making a point of the long-term effects when it is we do not ensure that our children are engaged in physical activity. When it is we give them whatever it is asked for to eat. So if they ask for a pack of corn curls, you give it to them. They ask for whatever snack they want, that we know everything in the pack they want, we give it to them.
Mm-hmm. Every day they
And we
want
cannot,
fries and fried chicken.
yes, all the
Eating
fried food.
macaroni
So Sonali
pie.
is saying popcorn is life. Yes, so when you get a nice
Mm-hmm.
popcorn, please don't burn the popcorn. If you're popping it on your own, please try not to burn the popcorn. Popcorn is really, really a healthy snack. And it actually
Mm-hmm.
is filling as well. Popcorn is filling.
What about
Yes?
bourbon?
Mm-hmm.
What about bourbon?
No. So let me tell you, when it says you'll be snacking, right? This was like because before I never really used to look at calories on the pack, right? Now it's something that I would
Mm-hmm.
do. I'll check the calorie. And when it says, I will always refer to the snack cocoa. You all know cocoa? It's have right. When
A
it says I
wafer.
pick up that, yes, when I pick up that cocoa, I saw that that one wafer is 100 calories. And I mean, I could eat about 4 of that straight. That is 400 calories, and I'm not going to be filled. Right? So that was, it's like a waste of calories. Yes? It's like a waste, spending your money badly. Right? And so sometimes we are not of the things that we are eating, and we need to practice mindful eating. If it is we are not being conscious, we are not being mindful of what it is we put into our mouth, we're going to be in a real problem. If it is we are not making sure that we engage in that physical activity, plenty more problems. And when it is you have a lot of carbs, right? A lot of all this sugary stuff, that puts us in problems as well. This is persons of all ages. All. So in the long run, sometimes they end up with Alzheimer's, they have memory loss, right? And when it is so, and physical activity helps with memory, and it helps with your brain activities and even coordination as well. So some people, they might try not to engage in activity that is not taxing on the brain. You know, they say do activity that taxes the brain. It helps the stimulating the brain, because they know you need to move to the left or to the right. All these things are very, very important for us to really be optimizing our health, our physical and mental health. As we know, the physical and mental health, they go hand in hand, right?
And I think like during this pandemic, a lot of children would have been eating a lot of sweet things, you know, and having a lot of sweets, and just sitting down home. Childhood diabetes is a question on the table, you know.
Yes, but is why it is they eating all these sweet things, yes? Is why is the parents, we the parents who provide it. If it is we provide the healthy, exactly. So we need to provide them with the healthy things, and we're not just giving them the healthy things and we eating whatever it is we want to know. We need to be eating the healthy things with them.
Lead by example, exactly.
Right? So Mr. James is saying not microwave popcorn. Yes. So
but how much people
when
today
it says
don't do microwave popcorn? Not much people don't do microwave popcorn anymore. I prefer to do it on the stove, as she's saying. Yeah, I prefer to do it on
some people, I mean, some people, depending on the mood, I think you might end up doing a microwave popcorn. You ain't doing it all the time, but you may do a microwave popcorn, you may pop it in the pot. You might even buy nude popcorn. So,
I prefer
you know what I'm saying?
I prefer, buy what?
Nude popcorn.
What's that nude popcorn?
Well, Mike ain't going in the grocery. There's advertised that.
No.
They didn't see it. Mike don't know the popcorn.
Nah, me no.
Mike can know the popcorn.
Sure? Nah.
That means Mike don't go in the grocery.
Yeah, but I was going to grocery.
But nudes was all over. You don't be on Facebook, Mike.
Yeah, but I
Mike
know about nude
Facebook.
popcorn. Is it
Look,
popcorn?
Taro wants to know if you like
Mike
cuckoo.
never heard.
Cuckoo?
Yes.
Cocoa, the snack, the wafer.
Well, cocoa.
Yeah,
well,
I love
that's
no.
Okay.
I love chocolate cocoa. The one like it's snack to eat. I love that.
Chocolate snack?
Ping pong.
I like cocoa tea.
Oh, well.
I like ping pong. Ping pong.
Yes.
And cocoa tea loaded with calories too, eh?
But Shamika.
Yes, but there are healthy fats. Yeah. So that's why I mentioned this Zabuka.
Right.
Because there are some that it have things that are healthy fat. And as with the oil, Verena mentioned, that's why I asked Verena what type of oil does she use? Because some of the oils that we use is very important. Right? So you want to use coconut oil and you want to use olive oil. Yes.
But I know.
And
I know it have a lot of people that have air fryers and thing now, you know, so they don't really use oil to fry their foods.
Yes.
And attempt to be healthier.
So what do you use?
Yes.
What do you use?
An air fryer, Mike.
Oh, the air fryer. I didn't hear you good. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Air fryer.
But
So we're
people are
gonna
getting
go
very
back.
conscious now, Health conscious now.
Yes, yes, they definitely are. So we're gonna go to our next quick short break, and we will be right back to continue the discussion on physical health.
KTP, just for you, baby.
So you're locked on to Radio Irie. Are we talking the effects of COVID in the family, the blueprint with Shamika James? It's all about being healthy. So now that the country open up, I think I'm going to church in the morning. So no exercising.
Everybody watching what I do. Come walk in my shoes and see the way I'm living if you really want to. Got my mind on my money and I'm not going away. So keep on getting your paper and keep on climbing.
It's Ruby, brand ambassador for basic unconventional raw nutrition, inviting you to like and share the page on Facebook. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram for more details.
So yeah, we back.
Yes, people. So it's all about physical health this afternoon, right? So we're talking about physical health. Yes, sir, and cocoa tea have a lot of calories. Now, everybody, right? It is important. So we have something called health markers. And one of the simplest things is see your waist circumference. Get that measuring tape, measure your waist, and you will know. Sometimes all you have to do is stand up and look in the mirror and you know whether your health is fair, whether it is good, and whether it is great. Right? Just looking in the mirror, looking at yourself, paying attention to your body, and you will know if it is you are healthy, if it is you are physically healthy. Yeah? And the next thing is body mass index, right? So your body mass index, it uses your height and your weight. So homework people, go by a pharmacy, get a coin, go on the scale and see what your body mass index is. And once it is above 25, you know that you're heading down a road that you don't want to go to, right? You want that it is between, let's say, 19 and 25 for the most, right? And that is what is considered the healthy range, healthy BMI for, persons, right? And everybody depends on your height. You will need to be a different weight. It can't be my height and weighing 200 pounds.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, correct.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's not what you want. Yeah. Right? And we don't want to confuse muscle and fat. Sometimes people say, yes, you're nice, she put on some size. You see this putting on size thing? Don't let anybody say, nah, you're too skinny. You need to put some meat on them bones.
Yeah, but
and
funny thing, let me inject you there. Something that you just say is so funny. What you saying there and what people always looking at you. 1 minute, people know you're looking big and thick and fat. And from the time you slim down, and you're correct, especially height, your size, and everything has a lot to do with your weight. Because sometimes people figure that when they say you're looking kind of small, you're sick. No.
Yes.
You know, so you're correct.
Yeah.
It's true. And they do it to the babies They feed them rice porridge and all kind of things to get them looking plump and fat.
Yeah, yeah. Let me
This time they're
pinch you.
stretching up the child's stomach.
Exactly. Correct.
Yes.
Nice one.
Yes, so they are setting up their child. Now, when we see
Mm-hmm.
childhood obesity, it is not the child to blame,
No.
right?
No,
It's
it
the
is the
The child no
parent.
parents,
cook. The child is cook.
right? No, the child don't
Exactly.
cook,
Exactly.
right? So it's
Exactly.
not to blame the child, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the parents who had that responsibility to make sure that their child is having the healthiest life that they can have.
Correct.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I was saying, we want to don't let people say you're too skinny or where it is you're trying to lose weight for, right? And when it is, do not be discouraged by anyone saying, now you're looking sick, so, right? Don't ever get, be discouraged by people who say those things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, as the saying goes, misery loves company. And in our culture, we find people should have meat on the bones. What we really want is more muscle. That's what we want.
Yeah.
So you want to do
Mm-hmm.
activity that will stimulate muscle growth. You want to eat in a way that will, as we say, protein is very important for that muscle growth. You don't want to, when you're getting older, you have brittle bones. And if it is a fall, you're in problems, right? So you're talking about good bones, we're talking about good teeth, we're talking about being able to be strong and having a very healthy cardiovascular system, right? We want to be able that we could walk a long way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
And make
back in the
healthy
days, people had,
decisions.
yes, and definitely decisions, even for our elderly, right? Not because it is they reach a certain age means that they should not be engaged in any physical activity. They too can be engaged in physical activity, right? It may not be as strenuous as persons who are middle aged, right? But you always
Mm-hmm.
want that everyone is engaged in physical activity. Everyone is eating healthy, right? Yes, Candy Barbara,
Yes.
let Mike know churches are still online. It have no church physical building to go to. Every weekend
Yes.
Mike talking, he's saying he going to church, but
We
we
going
know
to church.
churches are not yet open. We heard the Prime Minister this afternoon and we did not hear anything about the
Mm-hmm.
reopening of churches.
Yes.
Yes?
Also,
Yes.
you ever hear the saying, if you don't use it, you'll lose it? So you have a
Yes.
nice shape and you're not doing anything to maintain it. You will lose it.
I just maintain my shape. Yeah, I want to watch my shape. I want to watch my shape. You see how I just look. Since I started doing this exercise thing every Sunday, I started to get back my little 10-pack and thing. I had a 1-pack. Now my 10-pack coming
Mm-hmm.
back. Yeah, you sound sexy.
Well,
Look at
that
that
was
muscles.
quick.
I looking forward to getting back my own too, Mike.
Yeah, look at that muscle. Or ever see muscles, sir? Look at that muscle. Are you real muscles? Real muscles. Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
people,
Forgot
so
to put
it is really, really, really important that we engage in physical activity. It is really important that we have, a healthy diet because it really contributes to our overall well-being. We want to be able to be happy. We want to be able to be energetic. We want to be able to function to our best abilities, whatever it is you are doing, whether it's work, school, play, whatever. We want to be able to function
And
100% and more.
you, you made a good point earlier on with, exercising your brain because that is an organ in your body that you need to keep it working in order for it to
Yes,
function properly. Simple
yes.
brain games, reading is something that you use to exercise your brain and keep yourself alert.
Well, I would
So,
even now some persons. Okay, so we know it have some persons they're in a situation where they're unable to read, right? We know it
mm-hmm,
have persons they may never be able to read, and you
mm-hmm.
see jigsaw puzzles. I will say jigsaw puzzles is something that's an activity that everyone can engage in to for
As
that
a
brain
child, I love
stimulation.
that. As a child, I used to
Yes,
build puzzles like
jigsaw.
mad. I
Yes,
need to buy back some. I have to buy back some
jigsaw
puzzles.
puzzles. I That jigsaw puzzle is her thing, right? Because it
Yeah.
definitely does stimulate the brain. The one thing that
Mm-hmm.
they have good hand-eye coordination as well. So it have games that you can play. It have exercises that you can do. So like all the like but we know in Trinity when we say aerobics is you have hand-eye coordination involved, right? It's some
Mm-hmm.
dance move, but it's an aerobic exercise. And then we have things like Zumba as well, the dance exercise, all these different things that incorporate dance and stuff in it.
Mm-hmm.
That helps with your memory, it helps with your hand-eye coordination, and it really taxes the brain because you need to know how to take this step, what comes after.
Exactly.
So it really does stimulate the brain. Yes, and Candace is saying yes, brain exercise, puzzles and crosswords. So yes, and yes, so we have lion on the inside. Your brain works when you exercise. Yes, so it definitely does. So in the morning, right? I hope that you all will join in. Get your clothes ready. We won't have a broomstick. I have a special surprise for you all tomorrow, right? Just make sure that they
Um,
have
listen,
space on the floor.
the
Oh Lord.
water gone by me. I won't have no clothes upon in the morning, so I don't know what's going on. So water
Mike, I
gone.
sure you have something there. Yes, so Shalon is saying something very important. Your body is the mind, right? So when it is we want to separate body from mind, or you want to separate physical from mental, no. Everything, it is all one, right? And that
Connected,
is why
yes,
it is,
is one.
yes, and that's why it is important that we eat healthy and we engage in physical activity because it's
Yeah.
oneness. It is not separated. It's not a separate thing at all, at all, at all. So as you say, physical activity, eating healthy, helps with the brain, helps with your memory, helps with preventing those lifestyle diseases. So some persons, they ask these questions, like if it is even go to test your eyes, have anybody in the family have glaucoma or cataract, and you see now what happened. A lot of people are on these devices. We need to take screen breaks as well. Come off the screen for a little bit. Yes, come off the
They're working
screen.
from home. They feel they have to work all these
Yes,
extra hours. No, 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 no.
yes. No, even on a regular day, some people think that they have to work extra hours. Take
Yeah, on
time
work
for
too.
your health. Make time
Mm-hmm.
for you. Because if I have all this, we know it has times when things may come up. You may need to do a little extra, but you can't be doing it all the time. And sleep too is important. And let's say another thing, exercise, physical activity helps with your sleep as well. You're gonna get good
Mm-hmm.
sleep. So some persons, that's why some persons may even exercise in the evening, period, because it helps them with a good sleep. And then some persons may like the exercise in the morning. It gives them energy to go throughout the
To go
day.
through the day. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes. I love morning exercise. And of course it's because it starts off the day on a very, very good note. Right?
Yeah.
So we want to really big up everyone who is on the live. Thank you for locking on. Thank you for sharing. All those who shared exercises that you can do, or those who shared, well, you only have basically one healthy snack, popcorn. I do not know what are some of the other healthy snacks that you all may have, right? And for all those who contributed, all those who locked on just listening, we want to thank you all for locking on, right? And if it is you want your children involved, your young adults, to be active. On a Friday, we have something called a youth soccer party where it is they will engage in physical activity, they get exercise, they have some dance, fitness, and it improves their self-esteem as well, and they get the ability to socialize with others because we spoke about that socialization last week, right? Socializing as well. So we want that. We want to de-stress. We want to be mentally and physically healthy. right? We just don't want to be physically healthy, right? We want to be optimizing our health. We want to be 100% healthy. Yes, we want to have that smile. As you know, it's a smile, sweat and shine Sunday, right? And throughout the week, because throughout the week we do have exercise. So tune in, stay locked on. Feel free to contact us via the page. If it is you need someone to speak to, I am here as well, offering counseling. If it is your child need counseling, you need counseling, you know somebody who may need counseling. Yes. If it is you know somebody who want to lose that excess body fat and they just want to be healthy, we offering health and fitness services as well. Right? So I do hope to see everyone. Well, it may not be everyone. Some persons get up late. But whoever can join us tomorrow, join us. Yes? Join us. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to have a lot of fun. I have plans for you all in the morning.
And we're getting real physical.
Plans. As I said, just make sure you have enough space on the floor. Right? Have a little floor space. Yes.
So we need to work with a mat then. We have to work with the yoga mat.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Okay.
Yes. It does not necessarily. You don't need a mat. The position does not require a mat.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Or we may do some things, you may use it or not. It's all up to you. Right? So we want to just thank everyone. And Verena, do you have any words of encouragement, closing remarks for our viewers and listeners online?
Yes. Don't let the pandemic blues get to you. Get up and get active. That is what I have to say.
Yes, I endorse that. Mike, what are your closing remarks for our viewers this evening?
Eat healthy.
Eat healthy. Nice. And what I will say is, as we are talking about the family, we want that whatever it is, whatever activity, whatever meal that we are having, we want everyone to be a part of it, right? Encourage your mother, your brother, your sister, whoever to engage in physical activity, to eat healthy. Don't just speak it, do it, right? So if it is we say we're losing weight, let's get it. If it's we getting it's going to have a much more, yes. Let us get this done together, right? Sometimes people need that company. Sometimes people need that extra push. You know, sometimes you need people behind you.
Yeah.
Accountability is very important. Find somebody who could hold you accountable.
Next thing they push you down in some drain. Nah, man.
Nobody ain't gonna push you down in a drain.
You need friends who can tell you, hey.
Yes, you're slacking off. Right? Exactly. So we want to thank everyone for locking on, and I'm looking forward to seeing you all in the morning for a very fun, sweaty workout, because we're being physically healthy, mentally healthy. We're going to be healthy overall. So thank you one and all for locking on. See you on next week, Saturday, same time. Let's get the music running. And we are going. Have a safe and enjoyable week.
So we want to thank Shamika James for another powerful show again on the effects of COVID-19 in the family. The blueprint. So look for us in the morning. But look for me tonight. Tonight gonna be lovers, rockers. Tonight, no slow jams. Strictly rockers. Catch you at 8:30, alright? So send the vibes right up there. Cause the time is now. Them girl and them whining that day. What are they getting on? Check up the nice of the party. That's another thing that we start. Start is now. We are leaving till the morning. We are leaving till the sun comes up.
Oh. so city.
I got SPM, baby. I got SPM now. I fais petit temps, baby. I got SPM now. I got SPM, baby. I got SPM now. Wap got SPM, tandis. I got SPM now. C'est genre de femme, remets l'argent bon tout là. Toujours à checker, n'est qu'à travailler dans l'état. Dans y'aurait mes pouvoirs, dans y'aurait mes ça. Quatre motrices, vite des services de l'état. Adia, pas exigeant passer yo. Yo pas souviré, depuis yo pas prado. Dommage, ça yo pas c'est bouillir de l'eau. Si c'est pour manger, ou mettre compris mon resto. I got SPM, baby.
My baby Jojo, Jojo, my baby Jojo, my baby Jojo, Jojo. One time, Diddy goes over the two person we want.
DJ Bolt in the building.
Another one to try lose you, try him no funny well. I know if you tire for you, but I like say I know do. Suddenly man I can't.